In today's story, after an astounding 102 episodes, we're reintroduced to the most powerful character in the entire series. That.
Funny.
Get ready to freeze your manhood off, all my fellow feature outlaws. This is Card Games vs. Humanity, and I am that NAKK Double G. Back with another weekly recap of that Duel Monsters series. I know it'd be hard to tell from the first 7 minutes of this episode, but trust me, it is Duel Monsters. So if you enjoyed, don't forget that sub, that bell, that like, become a member of the channel, and join the Discord. We're going to be doing a lot you don't want to miss. And leave a comment telling me if you too are ready for a virtual tour of your most painful moments of your entire life. Unfortunately for the brothers Kaiba, though, MySpace wasn't invented yet, so they'll have to suffer in a more unique way, as both of them are seen walking through yet another forest area. Mokuba claims he is somehow very hungry and hopes there's a pie on the windowsill on that house in the middle of the woods over there.
A house in the middle of the woods. This seems a little too convenient.
Clearly, Kaiba's not much of a horror fan, because as we all learned from Cabin Fever, Blair Witch Project, Cabin in the Woods, and about 20% of any Walking Dead episode, finding a random house in the middle of the woods is absolutely guaranteed. Actually stepping into that house, that's something you probably shouldn't do. Inside the flashback, Okay. Can we just talk about Hobson's face for a second? Can we just talk about what the writers were thinking that day when they made him? Like, what they were smoking? Or maybe why they thought a human being could possibly be shaped like that? It's like Kirby swallowed a giant egg and it just never quite went down.
Wake up!
You know, I'm not gonna lie, there's not too many things in this show that make me literally drop my jaw. You know that thing he somehow has 12 of? But that was one of them. Other Kaiba and Seto are sitting at the dinner table discussing how he is not satisfied with Seto's studies. He must work harder and learn everything in the world so he can crush his enemies that he somehow has at age 12. Even going so far to take away his toys like a cruel best. Wait, those are his toys? Chess? Checkers? Backgammon? Those are like barely toys. Apparently little Moki here was completely secluded to another separate mansion all by himself, loitering in the hallway like a naughty little boy so he can hand this gargoyle a textbook that Seto left behind. In and inside was a fake Blue Eyes card that Kaiba definitely started using in duels before he had a real one, as well as his crappy DM cards that were probably still better than Joey's deck at the beginning of the series.
Well, they're not the greatest cards, but they're mine.
I gotta say that we don't get too emotional on this show very often, but that one just pulls at the heartstrings, you know. Without warning, no, the illusion shatters to pieces as Kaiba and Moki step onto a piece of grass with enemies in it. Oh look, a wild Noah appears. Unfortunately, before Seto has a chance to catch him though, Noah starts going through Kaiba's old GameFAQs account.
Get ready to relive every painful moment of your entire life.
While Noah then uses a scary phase and flees from battle. We head back to the Yugis who are still stuck in this training session room, finally figuring out that the doors have to be finished in a proper sequence in order to progress. I guess they were just a bunch of lazy bitches and just kept fighting the one-star door over and over again. Yugi summons Legend of the Bison Cow's Awakening to the room, charges for what definitely just looks like the 4-star door, completely ignoring what they had just said they'd learned, destroying the fire grass in front of it quickly to progress. Really? Fire grass? Out of all monsters, you choose fire grass, really? Only 7 minutes into an episode about card games, we get back to the actual card game between Taya and Danny. He draws one card and is forced to set one monster face down because apparently Flying Penguin is just too strong of a monster at a massive 2200 attack point. Also, didn't she play Offerings to the Doom? She shouldn't have been able to draw.
You revealed my Skull, which lets me draw one new card.
Yeah, that's not a skeleton. That's not Skull Angel. That's not even a regular angel. That was a random JPEG of Cupid that you just killed, and I refuse to believe it had the effect of drawing one card. That was fucking Cupid.
You are a weird little bird, Crumb. I'm in the mood for a barbecue.
Damn, Taya, secretly good at dueling and a deep hatred for birds? I might have a new favorite character. Our main protagonist draws the monster Mahavilo, an all-powerful card that proves that she's the best player all along. Wait, never mind, she doesn't even know its effects, so I guess we're just gonna have to flash back to a time about Yugi telling her about a card that he's never used or talked about. The fact that we're at school is a clear indication that this entire scene is BS. Telling her the effect of the monster like 99% of all monsters in the game now. He just says he has a hidden power deep inside if you look closely. Kinda can't tell if he's telling him about the card or just trying to get her into bed, honestly. Either way, she summons it to the field, equipping it with magic formula, raising its attack power all the way up to 2550. Destroying the Flying Penguin with probably the coolest attack animation we've seen since Summon Skull. Back to Yugi, who's finally at the 3-star room, even though he definitely just did the 4-star door earlier like a bunch of cheaters. Our hero decides to go full Chad mode, just summoning Swift Gaia to the field before noticing the 3 back row behind the monster on top of the door. Unfortunately, Gaia is destroyed by what seems like a Mirror Force trap card, and Yugi suffers no consequences. Like, what happens if you deck out? Do you just lose while you're not in a duel and no one gets your body? Like, they really do just skim over a lot of little details, don't they? Regrouping, Yugi summons Gazelle, only to encounter Dark King of the Abyss, quickly countering it by fusing it with Baphomet, Baphomet. Make Chimera and quickly destroying the monster, advancing to level 4 much faster than they got to level 3. Better watch out though, this 4-star monster comes equipped with 5 back row to protect him. It would take some sort of perfect miracle to have all the necessary cards to deal with this situation. Wait, strike that, just play Heavy Storm because I guess not a single one of those back row cards had negation. Good job, Noah. What's behind the final training door? Well, it's the Flash assailant, of course. Because the door has no cards in its hand, because that's genuinely not possible. Flash assailant has 2,000 attack points, while Yugi is low on cards.
All 4-star monsters!
Okay, I'm just gonna ignore the fact that Yugi didn't even set that monster, he just kind of threw it out like some insect remote mine. Point out how Flash ass over here has what's easily the most brutal kill ever depicted in the show up into this series. Like, he took actual time to die from what seemed like poison. Unfortunately for Yugi though, Noah screwed up the order of the game again. As the end of the training mode exercise just brings you to a part of the ice map that you can't escape because you don't have fire moves yet. Basically forcing our hero to watch Taya to do much better in a duel than he normally does. Despite destroying Danny's lightning penguin easily on her next turn, our feathered friend counters with, yes, you guessed it, another fake card. Also known as Revenge Sacrifice, that allows you to tribute the monster that destroyed your monster for a special summon on their turn. Fake as but I kinda like it. Tributing her best monster for the almighty Defender Ice Master 2450 defense monster with no effects and no ability to advance the game state. He then backs it up with a devastating creature known as Torpedo Penguin. A monster that can apparently attack your life points directly. Something most monsters can do when your opponent has nothing on their side of the field to defend themselves. The ice rises higher on Taya's body, making her nipples making her very cold while she attempts to draw a card.
These 2 cards won't help.
You better be trolling me, girl! Because I'm 100% convinced that Tay is just screwing with the audience at this point. He puts Dark Magician Girl out on the field, then ends her turn immediately so Danny can take what ends up being his final turn of his duel. Reviving the Penguin Torpedo and actually attacking directly this time, leaving Tay with only 750 life points and 1 attack away from defeat. Defeated, cold, and hungry, Tay doesn't even know what to do anymore until a deck master finally decides to try and help again. Thinking that she does have 1 card in her deck that can save her, and I'll try to use my deck master ability to help you get it.
I have formed a soul circle with the 4 monsters in your card graveyard. This allows you to draw 4 new cards.
Are you joking? You had an ability that let me remove monsters from my graveyard from play to draw cards? One of the most broken OP abilities that I've ever heard of, and you were just now telling me this. Are you f***ing kidding me? Because she's the best duelist in the world, Taya draws the cards that she needs, Sage of Stone. A magic card that, according to Dark Magician Girl, allows you to summon Dark Magician not only from your deck, but any nearby player's deck as well. And, I just have a couple questions about that. What exactly is considered nearby? Yugi was like a good quarter of a mile away when she played the card. Does the person have a choice in the matter? If they grab the card, will they go flying off into the distance like some sort of random Potara fusion? Just so many questions. Both magicians attack the gross short penguin at the same time, destroying the frozen giant, the rest of Danny's life points all at once, sending him back to Primary Village. The episode ends with Yugi getting some serious titties and not knowing what to do about it. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and of course a shout out to all my patrons and new channel members. New members like Warship, Pyrista, Goptalau, Cameron Gaming, Yugi Dude, probably someone else I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. I'll remember. ADHD, but yeah, I'll remember. Thank you, seriously. Really, thank you. This has been the Man from With all the growth, ladies and gentlemen. You should join the Discord. No, seriously. Become a member. You should join. I'm going to do a lot of giveaways. I'm going to give a lot of packs away. And we're going to actually do stuff together. Close-knit family. Only family. Our main protagonist draws the all great power. Our main protagonist draws the He just says it has a hidden power deep hit. Unfortunately, guys, destroyed by what seems like a Mirror Force trap cord.